The Coach Brooklyn Bag 28. The Brooklyn Bag was the it bag of 2024, especially in the fall. I believe a famous person, Bella Hadid or something like that, wore a suede version in the larger size and it just exploded. Everybody wanted this bag when I ordered it. There were very few colors available. And so I want to walk you through, now that it's been almost exactly 1 year that I've owned this bag, how I feel it's worn. Coach has had this revival lately, and I want to have a discussion about it. I had to give it another chance because I hadn't had a Coach bag since I was probably in high school. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Lexi. If not, welcome back. I love to give a review on designer luxury items so that you can make a more informed decision, especially if you're a researcher like me. I like to put out videos every Tuesday, and if you could hit like, that would really help me, and subscribe so you can get some more videos. But let's dive into this bag. I bought this in September of 2024. I bought it for $324. So I believe I was given a discount code by Coach, whether it's, sign up for the emails, you get a percent off. But this bag retails for $360 Canadian. This is the 28. So this is the smaller of the two sizes. There was also a 39 that retails for $595 Canadian. Fairly more expensive. It is a lot larger. So it doesn't come with this chain. I have a bunch of chains I just got on like Amazon or Etsy, and I just thought the simple gold, it just really adds something that this bag needed, and I'm really happy with it. I got it in this red wine color. There's suede, brown, black, all sorts of these like very natural leather kind of tone colors that you would expect. The suede, I believe, was the super popular one. I really love reds, so I'm very happy with this color. In fact, if I were to go buy another purse, I'd probably get the Louis Vuitton Inside Out in this very similar kind of dark purple red color. So for measurements, it's 11 inches by 11 inches and 3.25 deep. So I'm going to see how that compares. If you were to go from the top of the bag, I would say that's more from the lowest part of the bag where it clips. That's closer to 7.5 and 8. If you're going to go to the widest, yeah, it's 11 inches. And then depth, when it's got all this stuff in it at the bottom, is about 3 inches. So the drop at the handle is about 11 inches. It's a very comfortable drop. This is a really, really great shoulder bag, but just remember that's all it's going to be. This is a whole structured bag. Like there's no handles that you can clip, unclip. The shape is the shape. I really do love it though. It's a very comfortable shoulder bag. It's made of natural leather, so it is a real leather bag. So given the price point, it's actually quite affordable given the leather. It's not got a lot of fancy things to it. It's not lined, it's just brushed on the inside. There is a magnetic closure, which is actually a very, very nice feature. I actually think I'm going to start using this bag again now that it's the embossing. It says Coach New York on the front. There's nothing really much else. There's a button on the back. This has more to do with the inside, which I'll give you a view of once I show you what's in the purse, because there is a pocket with a I must have a button. Yes. So this is a really nice purse. It's got a great drop. As you can see, it just nicely tucks under the shoulder. You can really hold it down with your arm. I've been happy with this Coach bag. I think Coach has done a great job with a revival. It's got this little added D-ring. A lot of people add charms here because there's another D-ring on the inside. So you could add, I just have a clippable chain, so you could add something easily like that. But then there's also the D-ring here that you could add some charms with. It's got these rich fall winter colors, so not really a summer purse for me, but a beautiful fall purse, and it can hold a surprising amount. So let me jump into what fits in my bag. So I have what's a pencil kit. It's got, I don't know, pens and hair gel and random stuff like that. I have got my iPad mini, which has got a big plush case on it. That fit in there no problem. I did try putting in a regular size iPad. Does not fit. However, if you want something heavier, the 39 size, it says it can fit a 15-inch laptop, but it's a huge bag. Like that's a big open bag, and it's only got the one shoulder strap. It's nice though because it is thick, but it was too big for me for that size. But if you are looking for something larger, that is an option. I have like a key / lipstick pouch, another pouch with little goodies in it, my not my Neo card holder. I do have that review as well, but this is the new wallet I use, my pocket organizer. If you're interested, I'll link that above. The original key pouch, which I use to hold my gift cards. So this is the original smaller size. And then just some junky headphones. Now, there is a pocket on the inside, so I'll give you an idea. So there's a closure here, magnetic closure. Hopefully you can see that. And then on the inside, it's just got this one pouch. Sorry, it's probably so hard to see because it's so dark, but it has one pouch. It's a half decent size. It's about the size of my hand. There are some details in there. So it's got an embossed thing about Coach. And then there's also something that on the bottom it says natural full grain leather. Very minimal details, which is actually kind of nice given the structure of the purse. And the inside, it's one piece of leather. So it's just the brushed leather on the inside and then the smooth leather on the outside. Let's discuss wear and tear. This is the natural grain leather. So you're going to see a lot of natural details in the texture, which I think adds to its charm, in my opinion. Is, you always want a little bit of texture with a workout. You always want a little bit of texture with your outfit. And this can provide a little bit of that dimension. It reminds me of when I was growing up, my mom would get the fancy black leather purses that were, they weren't designer or luxury, but they were, they smelled like real leather. So it reminds me of that kind of quality. The handle has some crinkling, some texture to it from being moved. That's to be expected. The scratches are going to show on this because they're going to be straight and they'll cut into the leather and you could potentially buff them out. So you can see I've got some on the front. The one thing I have that's upsetting me is it looks like I rubbed here and it makes it very bright. So I'm going to see if there's a way for me to darken this little patch, maybe with like some leather conditioner. But that's like the one thing that I have. I'm not actually sure. We're in the process of moving. So we're staying with family right now during the transition. And I have all my bags with me instead of in storage. And I wonder if I've kind of rubbed it during the transition. I keep all my bags in the pouches. So that's a little disappointing. You can see the rubs also on the corner. Oh, wow. More than I thought. It is really worn down in the corners, which is crazy given the amount I have used this bag. I really rotate through. So you can kind of see there's a lot of wear in the corners, it's disappointing. This isn't a couple $1,000s like another luxury purse you would expect. But still, I always like to keep them in good shape. The one on the front, though, that's the real stickler for me because you can really see it. Hopefully I can get that out. But why did I buy this? A little bit in part because of the trend. It looks like a really nice bag. I thought about it for, a month or two. It was really affordable. And I thought, well, when I was younger, I used to like Coach. Why not dip my toes in? It's a much more affordable price point, which I think is cool. And it made it a little bit more casual. Again, if I take this to the zoo with my daughter and I'm throwing it in a wag and I'm throwing it about, whatever, I can hopefully fix this one part. If I have to literally try and find a Sharpie just to dab it in to try and give it a bit more color, whatever, it's not that expensive. And it's nice because it's real leather. I like it when things are kind of a little floppy. I do like some structured, like the Lady Dior, but that to me, when you get so much structure, it feels a little bit fancier. Not something that's so much every day. And it's also just kind of harder to use because the bag doesn't just mold to what you have in it. So this is a nice bag. Again, I can fit my mitts in here, my toque, so I love using it in fall. The drop is really big, so you can fit it around those really poofy jackets. I also have kind of like a burgundy wool coat that I got from Aritzia, so this looks really nice with it. It's close enough, but different enough that it really flows. And I also like the added features of the D-rings because adding this, I think without the chain, I wouldn't be such a fan. It looks kind of flat, a little boring. But the added feature of the chain, that really makes the purse for me. This makes it a little bit more fun, especially because I like to wear a lot of little jewelry. Let me know what you think. Did you get this bag? What has been your review of the Brooklyn bag? Or is there a different Coach bag that you're interested? I know this brand has really gotten such a revival in the past year. It's one of the top brands right now. So let me know what you think about that. What do you think of Coach? And if not, I'll see you next Tuesday. And if you haven't seen this video, I'm going to put one up here for you. Thanks so much.